and hurriedly, the government comes into its own self-defense and immediately plans to introduce anti-paper leak amendment bill within the monsoon session of the parliament itself, followed by the show of strength by Indian Gen Z. Dear Modi ji, I don't understand how hard it is for your council ministers to digest that the main issue is not just paper leaks, it's systematic faults and errors with the education governing councils of this country, like CBSE, NCERT, NTA, UPSC, UGC, AICT, and all education councils. These cause paper leak, reschedules, cancellation of tests, postponement, technical errors in marking, wrong entries, or even swapping of candidate mark sheets. And yet another broader set of issues is related to the Indian education, that the education training and assessment system in Indian government schools, colleges, and universities is outdated. It's not up to the modern standards. This is the reason why multinational companies, corporations, and in fact even Indian PSUs fail to recognize candidates for their skills when they pass. They conduct their own entry-level competitive exams for jobs or entry-level internship schemes. So how does the Indian youth feel safe and secure about their own future? Here is the reality, the core crux of the matter, that Indian students are only looked upon as prospective candidates by global foreign universities. That Indian youth and Gen Z are only a business market by foreign universities to attract the good talent, skills, as well as hard-earned money of their parents. And the sad part is that even the way in India, the private universities are growing, the admission counselors and the fee structure is growing, they mean the same for Indian students too. An average Indian student has to pay hefty amounts for private coaching, then competitive exams, and then rechecking of the tests, and then admission management fees, tuition fees, housing, boarding, lodging, education, transportation, and all sort of fees associated with obtaining education. And where does that money come from? Education loans, capital borrowing. There is no doubt that increasing competition among average Indian students, as well as cost factor and the mental pressure that is being added up through this competition. For what? Just for obtaining a professional degree to become a doctor, CA, IAS, IPS officer, or an MBA graduate to obtain a decent living for the future. So Modi ji, our parliament should be bringing education reform bill to discuss the career, safety and security matters of Indian students rather than setting fast-track courts to investigate on paper leak issues. Don't agree with me and Jania Mandeep? Then have the courage to come in the parliament and answer these difficult questions. It is your job. That is why Indian citizens pay GST and other form of taxes to run Indian parliament, Indian courts.